All the figures in 2018. One of the founding members of the movement and a member of the African Bikers Brotherhood Forum, Rod McBride, as well as a key supporter, AMID'S director, Lachlan Harris, join us now to speak about the event. A very good morning to the both of you and welcome to Morning Live.
Morning, thank you.
Rod, I'm going to start with you because you were there when you guys had a WhatsApp group that decided something like this may be just what the biking community in South Africa actually need. Give us a little bit of the background of the Ubuntu Run.
It basically came from a group of enthusiasts, motorcycle guys, club people initially, a couple of independent bikers as well, who decided that we needed to do a little bit more dialogue, get talking with each other. There's a huge following of black motorcycle enthusiasts that are starting to come out in the country, and we just wanted to get them to connect with the previous motorcycle fraternity, which just happened to be white at the time. Not that there was anything wrong with that, but we just felt that there needed to be a little bit more integration. And that was the birth of the Ubuntu Run. It started off as a WhatsApp conversation, and we were supposed to go on a simple breakfast run. The word got out, and a couple of months later, it was all over the country. So definitely there was a demand for this, there was an appetite for this, and I think industry is starting to see that there's benefit in this kind of dialogue.
Lachlan, you have been involved in the motorbike industry for many, many years, and something like this really kind of shakes it up on a number of fronts, doesn't it?
It does. This is groundbreaking. I mean, if you look at how quickly our country is changing now, on Sunday morning you're going to see a massive change. Bikers are by nature probably the most generous community in any country. They do more for charity. You know, you heard of the toy run, the blanket run, the school book run. They're forever doing something for charity. And this is just a chance for us to come together because we are, you know, support one another, recognize one another, and do something for unity. So it's going to be a fantastic event. I did my first one last year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the numbers on Sunday.
Rod, could you have imagined how much it's grown over such a short space of time? This year you're speaking about doubling the numbers that you've seen from last year.
Absolutely not, no. The initiation of this took about 2.5 years. Hard work, lots of background work with a couple of people that are really enthusiastic and passionate about what they do. The response from the public and the biking community has been absolutely phenomenal. It just shows that South Africa has got its own flavor, the word Ubuntu obviously being part of this, and we hope to take this onto an international level in the future. Maybe South Africa can be the groundbreakers and the world leaders in getting people to talk to each other. We don't know of anything as big as this anywhere else in the world. That is just for this purpose of integration and nothing else. There's no money involved, there's no political affiliation. It's just enthusiasts wanting to get together to do the right thing for the country and for our communities.
Lachlan, why is something like this actually important? Because we have heard of things like the toy run. We know that there is a very generous biking community in South Africa, but one that's kind of kept at arm's distance for many South Africans. Why is something like the Ubuntu Run, where the focus is on integration, so important?
Well, I mean, for a start, these guys are our customers. So, I mean, we need to understand our customers. We need to participate in these things with them. And I think it's the first time the official industry or the actual importers have acknowledged that there's this huge movement and are actively supporting it. And I can tell you most of our members have some participation in one way or another on Sunday, right across the whole country. So, you know, they're actually now coming out and supporting and saying, we hear you, we're here to ride with you and to make sure this is a success.
Rod, for the bikers as well as just the general community that use the roads around South Africa, how do they find out more? Where do they find out more? And how disruptive is it going to be?
Well, hopefully not too disruptive, apart from the noise, which we apologize for now already. Tongue-in-cheek. The traffic department is behind us as well, so we've got some really great support from them, and we'd like to thank them. Part of the reason as well for this is we'd also like to thank the public themselves for allowing us as bikers to be on the road. There's a lot of deaths on the road to do with motorcycling, and the involvement of Joe Public, we call them cages, people in cars. It's also a day for us to give back and say thank you to them for allowing us a little bit of a gap and that friendly wave. Hopefully not too disruptive. Let's just hope that it's going to be a successful day.
And to all the bikers that may be hearing about it for the first time, although I don't think so, because there's over 100 clubs that are actually involved in this?
Probably about 250 clubs.
Wow.
Nationally as well as internationally. Sorry, you asked for some information. On Facebook, we've got a page, African Biker Brotherhood Forum.
Sure.
Also, if you Google it, you should be able to find it under Ubuntu Run. There's quite a few inserts there as well, so it should be quite easy to find.
Lovely stuff. Well, I look forward to the noise on the road on Sunday. Thank you guys very much for coming into studio to chat to us about the third Ubuntu Run that will be taking place, not only in South Africa, but also in some neighbouring countries
7
in
of them
Africa.
at the moment, that's right. Yeah.
7 of them at the moment. Sure, that is quite something, but the focus is all on integration and breaking down those stereotypes that you may have about the biking community. That's what comes to the end of your Sport Chat on Morning Live. Have a great sporting weekend. We'll meet again on Monday.